well today. If anyone's got any questions, put them in the chat. Who's in here then? Welcome. Share the live out if you can, people. But yeah, it's just they get us all distracted with politics and different things that they have us focusing on trying to change politics through votes and things like that. And instead of focusing on becoming the best and becoming so that we can actually be a good inspiration to others. Hang on a second. But they want you all picking a side. They want you all getting distracted with the political circus. And because that's what they want you to be. They want you distracted. Because when you're distracted, then you have no real power, do you? They just have you led down the garden path, so to speak. Like that, then we're easily led into just more nonsense, more distractions. So we have to learn to become the change that we want to see in the world. So if there's any changes that you want to see in the world, then you have to live that. So if you want more abundance, then you have to find that within. It's like we need to stop focusing on what's going on external, because that's going to just keep us in a state of feelings of lack and like we have more control over our internal state than the external state. Whatever's going on externally is just kind of irrelevant to like our internal state. We shouldn't be letting external circumstances have much of an effect over our internal state. Yeah, certain things are gonna, it can affect us a little bit at times, but it's just natural. But we shouldn't be letting it rule over us. Yeah, sometimes things suck. Sometimes we don't get things when we want it, and blah blah blah. But we can't let that, have an effect over our mental state. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. So welcome in here, everybody. Hope you're all well. Share this out if you can. But we just got to focus on the abundance that we are. We already have abundance. It's just about realizing it. We already have so much power, so much potential. But when we just kind of say these, things like I don't have the genetics to do that, or blah blah blah. I'm not autistic enough. I'm not this and that. Then your brain just kind of shuts off. You subconsciously are just going to shut off. But if you want to become something, I believe that you have a lot more power than you really realize. But the truth is, you're going to have to put the work in now. And that's a good thing, because if you didn't have to put the work in to get a result, then likely you're not going to really appreciate it the same. Like you've got someone who naturally has a certain ability and they just shoot up to stardom, versus the person who persevered and they got there and it took them a lot of time to get there, they're probably going to appreciate it a lot more. We have to not be like living like a victim, because comparing ourselves to others and be like, oh, well, this person got it so easy. Well, maybe it's a good thing that it's harder for you. Things that come easy are oftentimes taken for granted. You got these out of touch celebrities who just shot up to stardom, and they never even have the time even work for it. Especially if they're like nepo babies or anything, like they just shot up to stardom without really doing much. They just, these child stars, they just suddenly get like put into like Disney or whatever, and then they shoot up to stardom instantly, and their life's set out for them. They were in the right place at the right time. And there's people out there that are arguably more talented and never get the recognition. So it is what it is, really. But the thing is, we have to learn not to just be bitter and be like, oh, this person got it so easy. Well, maybe it's a good thing that you had to work for it. Try not to. Hello, Rosita. Okay, whatever. Anyway, hope you're all having a good day today, people. Is anybody over on YouTube at the moment? Seems slow. Hello, Total Hyper. How you doing? You all right? Welcome to my live. Hope you're having a great day today. I hope everyone's well. Does everybody hear me all right? How are you? I'm all right, thank you. How are you doing? Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hang on a sec. All right. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Yeah, not too bad. Just what's your name, by the way? Are you new here? Anyway, welcome. And if you've not already subscribed, please do. That would be really appreciated. So yeah, I'm live basically every day. So yeah, welcome aboard, everybody. And we're just talking about manifestation and my thoughts on that, really. But I do believe in some parts of it, but I also think that you have to really work. For the most part, you're going to have to actually work to get to where you want to be. And that's a good thing. A lot of people want the results without putting in the work at them, which just leads you to just become kind of jaded and just kind of, that nothing really excites you anymore, because I think a lot of it's about the journey to get to that, not the destination. And people are missing out on that when they're just trying to shortcut everything. And oftentimes when people try and take shortcuts, they end up messing things up. Like maybe they do things that are a bit illegitimate, shall we say, that screw everything up for them. So we have to learn to just embrace the journey, appreciate it for what it is, and we don't have to be at the destination right now. It's this urgency that is the problem. It's the desperation. We have to just learn to have peace with being in the present moment and not focusing so much on something that we don't have right now. What we have is potential, infinite potential. So we have to just try and realize that. And once we realize that, then nothing can really stop us. We become like a unstoppable force. Nothing that anybody says can bring you down. Then it's just, true confidence is Hello, Haley. How you doing? You all right? So, true confidence is something that is natural and something that not. I mean, as in something you could nurture as well, but like as in, it's not something that is this fake kind of thing where you have to get validation from others to have confidence. That is not true confidence, is it? True confidence is knowing your worth regardless of other people or other circumstances outside of you. So yeah, so I'm going to be having a go with some sea glass today. So I'm planning on doing coasters. So I don't know if anyone wants to buy any, but I'm going to start probably promoting that and see if anyone wants to buy it because I want to start to sell that. Something I can do for like a business sort of thing, which I think would be quite fun to do. Give me something to focus on. So yeah, because it's coming up to Christmas, so I think it'd be a good time to get into it. And the thing is, I also want to do it to then inspire others to then do the things that they want to do. Because if I can do it, then you can probably do it as well. So we have to just, put our mind to what we want to achieve, and then the results will follow. But it's just, yeah, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then you're just going to stay grounded. You're not going to move anywhere. Yeah. But yeah, is everyone okay today then? Yeah, let's have a quick drink. I think. I think some say that like if you meditate before doing a lift, like a heavy lift, I think they found that you can lift heavier. In fact, let's have a look at this. Meditating before 1 rep max, increase it. Hang on. Before, let's say lift pieces PR question mark. Because if you go into it being negative, then you're more likely to fail. While meditation itself does not directly build muscle, practicing it before lifting can indirectly improve your chances of achieving a personal record by enhancing the mental factors critical for peak physical performance. So there's this thing of enhanced focus and concentration, stronger mind-muscle connection, reduced anxiety and stress. So this is the thing with with cortisol levels and stuff like that, and we've got improved pain management and tolerance, mental rehearsal, visualization. So it's something that people could use to like have a increased 1 rep max, like have a PR basically. That if I go into it with a more positive mindset, I tend to get better results. I find. Like last few times I've been doing deadlifting and I've been positive about it. I've just smashed it. So I think there could be something to that. So I'm going to try it today. I think I'm going to try see if I can attempt another PR. If I don't, that's okay. We also have to be okay with that. Sometimes we just aren't quite there yet, but if we keep that positive mindset, we will keep breaking records, probably quite regularly until you get towards your natural potential. But yeah, there's a lot of it is mindset. A lot of success comes down to mindset. Look what happened with Eddie Hall when he got into a certain mindset. I think he like hired somebody for that. Hope you're doing well, everybody. You have to like hire. You had to hire someone to get him up to 500. But yeah, it took him going into a different place mentally to get that, like into that fight or flight mode. But yeah, anyway, hope you're all doing well. At the time, no one had actually like managed to do the 500, but like Thor's done it since then, and he's broke that. He's got to 510 now, and it looks like he might even be able to go heavier. So yeah, it's just, it makes me wonder like how far can, you know, human feats of strength actually go? Like, can anyone get any stronger than where we're at right now? Like, is it possible to go above that? That's what I wonder. I don't know, but we're just kind of like, yeah. Just have to kind of see like because like, for example, the 100-meter sprint, right? I don't think anyone beat Usain Bolt yet, have they? Like, he's held the record on that, right? He's also held the record on the 200 meters. And I don't think anyone's beat that either. So at a certain point, it's like no one's really going to beat it. And even if they did, it would be so marginal, but it would get to a point where breaking those records might become quite uncommon. But is there going to be some breakthrough at some point that just completely revolutionizes things? Like, I don't know, because we're always learning new things, and but it seems to have kind of plateaued a bit. So some suggest that with strength that could happen as well. With like, the only thing that people can do is like things like PEDs to like increase performance, but then at a certain point that becomes dangerous, or it just maybe isn't effective beyond a certain point because it can actually limit you. Because if you have, for example, with a sprint, it's like if your muscles are too big, then that might actually hinder performance. So it's all about trying to find that optimal zone of like power to weight and things like that, and just because maybe beyond a certain point it becomes restrictive, like you might not be able to perform as well at a certain point in that particular way. But there's a lot of like kind of speculation and stuff, but anyway. But how is it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Share this out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Maybe I'll have to restart the YouTube live or something. I don't know, but yeah.